Yo, 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 yo. What up, everybody? Gonna wait for a couple people to get in here. Hopefully, everything is good to go. We should be good to go here. Wait for some of you all to get in here. It's just me, Oos. Just me tonight. It's just me tonight. Break is at WrestleMania, so yeah. It's just gonna be me tonight, kind of just doing my instant reactions here. Let's see if we can get this out on Twitter real quick. Let's see here. Just bear with me, guys, while I get everything set up real quick. What do you guys think of WrestleMania, though? What expectations versus reality, night one? What do you guys think? What do you think? Let's see. Hopefully, this is all good. We got 5 people in here. What's up, everybody? Pierre, crazy ending. Definitely, man. Definitely. I feel like we kind of predicted it. I feel like we did definitely predicted it. If you guys watched our prediction show, we definitely kind of predicted that ending. Not obviously to a T, but we did kind of predict that. So, and it was awesome. I love that main event, man. Main event was insane. The match was insane to begin with. What a phenomenal match. Um, Main event was dope. Marley, what's up? Raymond, what's up? Yeah, I do feel like that main event definitely saved night one, man. I mean, it started off strong with Jay, right? And then kind of petered off a little bit throughout the rest of that card. Because we'll get into it in a little bit, but some of the matches on that card were definitely not WrestleMania matches. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of is what it is, I guess, right? Let me see here. Mm-mm-mm. Go back over here. Again, I'm just setting everything up, guys. So, but we're gonna run down the card real quick. But first match of the night, you had Jey Uso versus Gunther. Obviously, Jey Uso got the victory. What do you guys think? Right decision, wrong decision? I feel like that was probably the most predictable thing on the entire, night one main event. But again, I definitely feel like it's still the right winner. You know, Started off the show great. It was a great moment. I will say the ending, as far as that finish, not that I'm not a fan of that finish, but for me, it was a little quick. I don't know if you guys felt the same. Like once he got him into um, yeah, the tap out was quick, bro. Like I would have liked it for Gunther to fight. I do agree it made him look a little bit weak. Again, I'm not knocking it like in a negative way. I'm just reacting to it. As soon as he put him in the choke, I was like, "Damn, he tapped pretty quick." And I feel like the audience was not like the people who were there were also not expecting him to tap that fast because the instant pop that like he should have probably got was not there. It took like it took like a beat or two in order for the crowd to react. But again, watching on TV too, did you guys notice that like the crowd was definitely not as loud as what I expected it to be for WrestleMania? I definitely thought it should have been a little bit louder. That's just watching on TV. I did text Break, and he said that it was loud, in the stadium. But as far as just listening to like the commentary and the audience and stuff, it was a little bit quiet for me. Gunther title run was horrible. Yeah, I mean, when you kind of put it that way, right? It definitely was not as good as his IC run. That's for sure. Let me post this up on Instagram real quick as well. I thought Gunther should have passed out instead. Honestly, yeah, bro. Like that probably I would have preferred that as well. I would have preferred either, he passed out or even just a pinfall, bro. Even just a pinfall, I feel like probably would have been the better choice. I mean, considering like Gunther has literally beat down Jay in all of their other matches. Um, that's just my opinion, but Just my opinion. On instant reaction. Jay should be taking everybody's move. Did you guys just watch the I watched a little bit of the post show real quick, and my man was sauced already, bro. Very reminiscent of when him and Cody won the tag belts. If you guys remember that press conference, that was wild. It was very reminiscent of that, bro. Very, very, very reminiscent of that. So let's see here. We gotta do a little Seth Rollins music on this story. But I thought it was good, man. I overall the card, the show was good. Let's just kind of get into it, right? Like some of the matches, I definitely feel like are Raw or SmackDown matches. Like the War Raiders and New Day match ended up being good for what it was, but it was not a WrestleMania caliber match. It just was not. Um, you know, it just wasn't. What did you guys think? I mean, that the El Grande Americano match was a little bit. It was again decent match, but like that was a Monday Night Raw match. You get what I'm saying? That was not like a high caliber, WrestleMania card match. Most of the night was main event saved the net. I do agree, man. That main event was phenomenal, but dude. That was a 5-star main event. It was. That was a 5-star main event, bro. Not even just the ending. I mean, obviously the ending and the finish was amazing. I mean, but like and dude, just the cinema, like everything that revolves around Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. I don't know, man. They're gonna go down in history as some serious goats, man. They really are. I mean, think about the moments that they have put out that have closed the shows. Just think about that. Like the lasting impression of WrestleMania is going to be that right there. Paul Heyman choosing Seth Rollins, screwing over CM Punk and Roman Reigns. You know, it's cinema at its finest. We didn't used to get these type of finishes and endings on cards back in the day. I got news for you, man. We definitely did not. You know, I feel like just the last couple of years, man, like some of the big moments has revolved around the storytelling behind Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Decent day, nothing surprising. Yeah, I mean, the ending was it was. You can't say that ending the full ending, right, was, like, predictable. You couldn't say that that was predictable in the way that they did it. Now, obviously, there were rumors and stuff out there, so if you guys are on the internet, some people could have, had, the idea in their head, um, but so that tag match was a normal Netflix match. So mad they didn't do the TLC match they announced on SmackDown instead. Yeah, Raymond, bro, I 1000% agree with you. I literally texted Break in the middle of the match, and I said, man, I really would have rather prefer that TLC match about now. Again, it wasn't a bad match. The New Day. I mean, I'm glad that they won. I am definitely glad that the New Day won. Um, as opposed to, having the War Raiders keep the belt because let's be honest, like having them have the belt is a complete snooze fest, right? I'm not trying to be mean here or whatever, but like, bro, they barely even showed up to defend those titles. I think they defended them like once or twice that whole entire title reign. So, like, yeah, I'd much rather have the New Day, even though that they're a heel, they play good heels, man. I'd rather have them hold the belts, run around rampant. You know what I mean? Now, let's just real talk about the Charlotte Flair and Tiffany match, guys. I want to know what your thoughts down put down in the chat right now. Instant reaction to that match. Instant reaction to the Tiffy and Charlotte match, because I got thoughts on that. I'm really curious to know Break's like opinion too, just from being there. Um, I'd like to know his thoughts. We're gonna be doing some videos, obviously breaking everything down when he gets back. But again, he is at WrestleMania right now, so once he gets back and we link up, we can talk about everything on here. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay, but that's all I would say about that match, right? Like, it was so damn sloppy, man. It seems like they were always kind of off a beat. Like, they were waiting for each other to do hit their cues, and then one of them, you couldn't really tell during the match, like, who wasn't, who was supposed to be carrying the match or who was supposed to be calling the match, or maybe they weren't supposed to be calling it. Maybe they had already worked it out before the match, but man, they were definitely sloppy. They were definitely sloppy. I thought the match was pretty good. Right winner, definitely right winner. Tiffany was definitely the correct winner. But it was just okay, man. It did not live up to my expectations. I think Break would probably say the exact same thing because we both had pretty high hopes for that before this whole feud. Because let's be honest, like, past couple weeks on their feud really kind of ramped up. That's what kinda sold that match to begin with, right? It's like their real life beef or heat or whatever you wanna say, about it, but, um, I mean, I don't know, HBK kept talking about NXT was about 80% Mania, and I think that's the problem. We need more straight indie guys. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if that's necessarily the problem, to be honest. I just think that the matchmaking and the actual card itself was pretty lackluster. I mean, you had a lot of people that are left off. We can also get into the whole Bailey situation if you guys want to talk about that as well. I mean, I don't know. It seems like that main event was the standout. Obviously, the Jay Gunther match was the standout, and then pretty much everything else on the card. I mean, again, that Tiffany Charlotte match was just okay. I mean, Tiffany busted up her teeth. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? I wonder if I can get a screen grab, um, so I can show you guys what happened to her teeth. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to get it on here, but we will find out. All right, so I mean, I guess I can screen grab this, or can I just show this? Wonder if I could just wonder if I could just show this. Hold on, I'm gonna try something. Hopefully it doesn't kill me here. Let me see. Presents. Share screen. Share screen. Let's see. Share. Boom. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? What I'm seeing right now? Tiffany's teeth. I think you guys can see this. I hope you guys can see this. Um, but man, she got busted up. And again, this kind of this right here, bro. This is kind of reckoning to, like, the unprofessionalism of Charlotte, and we kinda touched on that in the videos leading up to WrestleMania, man. Bro, she took some stiff shots right here. I mean, it literally looks like she cracked, like, 1, 2 her front 3 teeth. I mean, man, what is that, bro? I mean, that's kinda wild, in my opinion, to have a 10, 12-year veteran, um, you know, doing stuff like this in the ring. I mean, again, accidents happen, things happen, but just the lead up and then this happening as well. To me, it's kind of like, woof, that's a rough one, bro. That is a rough one to happen. She's gonna need some serious dental work. That is not good at all, bro. That is not good at all. So let's see here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Feels like they're more interested in prepping for SummerSlam. I definitely agree. There's definitely gonna be, obviously, storylines coming out of this leading up into SummerSlam. Um, but that's just kinda how wrestling is, right? It's a revolving circle, so you're gonna get big moments on PLEs, and then the in-between shows are always gonna be the lead up. This is how wrestling is to begin with, but when you just sit down and you try to enjoy the shows for what it is, bro, it's enjoyable, in my opinion, at least. I still enjoyed the card. Again, a lot of the stuff probably I could have done without. I could have done without the New Day and War Raiders. Could have done with that, the El Grande Americano match and Ray Phoenix. Again, nothing against those two because, they're two phenomenal athletes, but at the same time, like they literally had what? Not even a full day. Like by the time their match hit and by the time they found out that Ray Mysterio was actually hurt, they didn't even have, enough time to even work out what they were gonna do, and I still think that they did it all right. Um, what up, Break? My man's shouting out from Vegas right now. Um, yeah, and that Jacob match was crazy. That Jacob and LA Knight match was phenomenal. Actually really did enjoy that match as well. And I think it's funny too because that's gonna be a sleeper match, and even the commentators didn't even remember that match because in the Tiffany and Charlotte match, they were like, "Yeah, we only got we have 2 title changes already," and they were saying Jey Uso and the New Day, and they completely excluded that Jacob Fatu won the US Championship. Charlotte and Tiff was really good too, in my opinion, for everything they've been going through. Yeah, but it was sloppy. Again, it was okay, but it was definitely sloppy. All right, Greg, let me send it to you. See if we can get Break in here, guys. See if we can get him in here real quick. Break, I sent you the link too for the actual YouTube if you want to put it on IG. Let me actually get my headphones in real quick if you're coming in here. But yeah, I mean, that again, I don't. It's not like that Tiffany Charlotte match was a 5-star banger like I kind of thought it was going to be, though. I mean, I really actually had pretty high expectations for that, and it definitely did not meet my expectations. Again, just for the pure athleticism that they both could have contributed to that match. But again, it was super sloppy, a lot of miscues. I mean, the fact that Tiffany, I just showed the image of it, got her front teeth busted was crazy. So, um, you know, what up? What up, Culture Controversial Pod? Let me get a break in here real quick.
Yo,
Yo,
can you hear
what
me?
up? Yeah, we can hear you.
You say you can't hear me?
No, we can.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, bet. Bro, good night, man. Crazy thing, Dylan. We predicted. Well, I honestly, I say you predicted pretty much that whole card. Like
Yeah,
the main event, bro. We was spot on. Like once we caught the best for business, line and just the whole. I don't know. It just felt like it's like I told you a while ago. I just feel like it's time for Roman to just go on his own, bro. Like in a sense, the bloodline is officially done. Bloodline is officially done. No more why Roman is by himself.
yep,
So now it's time to see what he gonna be able to do, which opens up that door for Rock versus Roman.
I agree.
Something that we've been waiting on. But also, bro, from my last video, I told you, I'm just like, Seth Rollins needs this dub more than anybody, bro.
Mhm.
He needed that dub more than anybody, and he got it. And he got it the exact way that we predicted that he was gonna get it. So, I mean, you predicted it, bro, to say the least.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
predicted it.
I mean, I feel like even though we both kinda saw this one coming, I feel like they just did it beautifully. The way that they did it between him teasing, giving the chair to Punk,
Yeah,
then also teasing like, "Alright, we're getting back with Roman," and then him low blowing him too, bro. It was just like the cherry on
yeah,
top. I
yeah,
still think, bro, I'm still gonna say it right now. I still do think that Seth Rollins is not only aligned with Paul Heyman, but he's aligned with The Rock.
Agreed. Agreed. And
I,
now it also has me kind of flip flopping, bro, as far as who's gonna win tomorrow night. Because now, well, I said Cena, and I'm gonna stick with Cena on the strength of, like I said last year, Seth Rollins helped Cody win the championship. This year, I think he's gonna help him lose the championship. And again, it's deeper. It's deeper than just tonight. Like what happened tonight is gonna, have some effect on what goes on tomorrow night as well.
yep, I agree. It's kind of similar to last year, except for you. It just didn't. It wasn't a direct. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
so let me ask you, bro. In the arena, in the stadium, you were telling me it was pretty loud.
Yeah, I mean, it had its dead moments. Like, don't get me wrong. Like a dead moment was like Jade and Naomi's match, which I honestly thought was a good match, bro.
Yeah.
That match kind of had a couple dead spots, bro. War Raiders and New Day kind of had a couple dead spots, but other than that, like the crowd was lit the whole night. It's crazy because like I text you, bro. I'm like, me and my wife, we were sitting further back, and then
Yeah.
people came. Like, but the crazy thing is, I told my wife, I'm like, half these people came on time, you know. Not even to blame them, but I'm just like, then we would have known because they came like halfway through the show, bro. We moved up when I want to say um the Ray Phoenix match.
Okay.
That's when we moved up like 10 rows up, bro. So but overall it was a great night, man. One of my favorite matches was Jacob, bro.
Oh
That dude
yeah.
is a beast, bro. But that LA Knight reverse mid, bro,
Yeah, that was wild.
that was wild. And like I text you, bro, I promise you, I was sitting behind like the Bloodline family, bro. Like Buddy looked just like Roman Reigns. Like the whole
Yeah.
family, like they had an older guy with him. He had, the Samoan tattoos, and then he
Yeah.
had like another one. He probably was like in his mid 20s, but the other guys were kind of young. And of course, like when Roman and them got in there, they was hype. When Jacob and them got there, they were hype. So they was really supporting the bloodline, bro. So it was a decent night, man. I definitely think 100% night two is gonna be better. I definitely think, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock and roll. Me and Wifey about to grab some dinner, but I'm gonna kick my predictions, and John Cena is walking out champion tomorrow night at WrestleMania.
All right.
And I met the GOAT today.
Yeah, you did, bro. Yeah, you did.
And I met the GOAT today. And I met him twice, bro. I had to go back because once he signed my belt, he didn't put his inscription. So I had
Mm.
to go back and was like, I paid for the inscription too. So I had to go back. They let me, get in front of the line. I went back up there, shook his hand again. He signed the belt twice. So yeah, it was a good day, bro. It was a good day.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go, and then I'll catch you back with you tomorrow. Perfect timing. I think he's gone. You there? Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. But man, it was again, it was good. I feel like last year's WrestleMania was definitely probably there compared to this night one. Again, I know he said that it was it was loud in the in the stadium, but I don't know. Like for some reason, I watched it on TV. It was definitely not like as loud as I thought they were gonna be for a WrestleMania crowd. Especially like the big moments, man. Now, like when there was false finishes and stuff like that, yeah, the crowd started to get into it. But yeah, I heard some people chatter online like, man, we need to start bringing some WrestleManias to, international crowds and whatnot. But it is what it is. But you guys got anything else for me tonight? I mean, we're gonna be doing all of our full breakdowns and stuff, but I figured I'd just hop on here and chat with you guys for a little bit. Um, what did I miss? I mean, the LA Knight, you know, Jacob Fatu match was phenomenal. That guy's gonna be a big, big star in this company, man. He's gonna be a big, big star. We're working him in nice and slow, getting some, getting himself over on LA Knight, who still, bro, by the way, people cheer Jake for Jacob, People were excited that Jacob won, but bro, the LA Knight reactions are still there, bro. The LA Knight reactions are still pretty top tier. So, what else, man? What else kind of stood out to me? Again, night 2 is definitely going to be better. Night 2 is definitely going to be better than night 1. But still definitely a great card. Still a good WrestleMania overall. But yeah. So that's pretty much gonna do it for me tonight too. I just wanted to hop on here and kind of give my instant reactions. Again, I still believe tomorrow night you will definitely get the reveal, okay, behind this whole mastermind plan from The Rock. I do still think Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman are with The Rock. I think that is just like Break said before, that's exactly how we are going to set up Rock versus Roman. I thought at the end of this match, all the pyro and stuff, whatever was going off, I thought The Rock was going to come out on the ramp to greet Seth and Paul, and you would have had Roman look out to the top of the ramp to see both of them or all of them linked up together, but we didn't get that. I still think tomorrow night obviously The Rock is going to have something to do with that main event. Obviously Cena sold his soul to him, right? So he's got to have something to do with that tomorrow night. And yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna get up on out of here and get to bed. It's midnight over here on the East Coast, so I'm gonna be going to bed. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna be hopping on here too after to do a WrestleMania Night 2 reaction. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, and make sure you stay tuned to our content. I've been posting a bunch of stuff on the IG. I'm gonna have some more reels and shorts and whatever for you guys tomorrow as well. So make sure you guys follow that. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you. And I'm out. Peace.